Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg, joined by the new mayor of Fitchburg. And this is Julia Arata-Fratta. Don't let me say it wrong, because I'll be saying it a lot here moving forward. Actually, friend of the show. We've gotten to work on the Spanish newscast and a few other projects. But it is our first time sitting down as you being the mayor. So what made you want to be the mayor of Fitchburg? Get into the election, kind of move out of an alder position and into mayor?
Thank you very much for this interview. Gracias. I decided to run for mayor because I was an alder for 8 years, and I really enjoy it. And then one of my questions was, I would like to retire from my political, career or tenure in the city as a mayor. And I have been contemplating to run for mayor for a couple of years. And it wasn't a good time because, I have my kids still in college or high school, my work. So I think last year, all the circumstances aligned, and it was the right moment for me to say, I am ready to take this job. I feel comfortable. I understand how the city runs. I have been doing this for 8 years, so I think it's going to be a smooth transition.
Absolutely. As you make the transition, and it's pretty early on, but so far, what are some of the things that have been like, oh my gosh, maybe it's all the meetings and we all pull you everywhere, right?
I think, I want to say that it has been, so far it has been a mayor for a month, almost a month and a couple of weeks. I am still in transition mode, I call it, learning from each of you, the head of the department, different departments, sitting with all of them, asking questions about the priorities, challenges, putting together the capital improvement plan. And I think, I have received the welcoming from the people, I think the people here, they want me to succeed, because if I succeed, we all succeed. And I feel that I am feeling very welcome here. And I am still learning, learning from inside. It's another perspective, when you are inside. And what I learned is the city is growing, and this part-time job is not a part-time job. It takes a lot of time. So this is what I have noticed.
As far as a background as alder, what district did you come out of, and what have you learned now being out during the campaign, talking to people and hearing about different things that are going on in our community that, as a mayor, you get to kind of share and help address more issues?
I represented District 2, that is kind of like most of the wealthy neighborhood in the city of Fitchburg, but then after the redistricting, I was represented for a year the north part of Fitchhatchery Road, where we have all these multifamily and more like a neighborhood under the Healthy Neighborhood Initiative program. It's an underserved area with a lot of density and some social and economic disparity. I knew that area because I always see myself that I was an alder that although not represent my district, but always very concerned with what's happening in other aspects, another area of the city. And this is something that I always try to new alders. I ask the question, what type of alder do you want to be? Do you want to be an alder that only are here to represent an issue, only to care about your district, or you care about the city? Because we are still a small body, 8 people, 31,000 people. So I think we need to be, even though I think we need to care what happens in other aspects of the city areas, even though we don't represent, because at the end of the day, I see myself representing everyone. And what I see is, because I walk the city during my campaign, I have to understand different perspectives from different neighborhoods. There are some neighborhoods that they have more needs than other ones, and I can, understand what are those needs. And I was able to also to do doors in areas where they were very challenging, but it's good for me to do that as a mayor because I can see that reality too.
Yeah, absolutely. And that kind of takes us to the next question. Diversity, Fitchburg, very diverse community, which is awesome in so many aspects. But being the first Latino mayor, how does that fit into some of the strategy for you moving forward for representing the whole community? Because you have had opportunity to do different, like our Spanish newscast, where we try to reach as many people as possible. But what are you looking forward to working on that front?
First of all, it's great because we need to have representation in the government of the people that we represent. Like I think that is, I am extension of. We have 70% of our population are Latino, and it's great that this city was open to choose a person like me. Coming from a different background, with this funny accent, speaking English as a second language, representing the Latino community. And I think it's good for the Latino community to see that, having an elected official as a mayor, Latino also, come on, maybe we can, that bridge to reach out to that community, we can, improve it, And that one is my goal is that they can see that we are a welcome community. This community choose a Latina to represent them, and we are welcome. So they are welcome to come here. We have people here that are bilingual, so in the front desk that they can help them, So I think feel like I have another responsibility because that community is going to be looking at me with a different lens too, because they're going to tell me, what are you doing for us? But my role is I am here to represent everyone.
And talk about some of your community connections too, because you do have some connections to different organizations out there, and how will you work with them as well, bringing them into the mix? And just part of your background too, of between your job and different entities that you've belonged to.
Yeah, I work with very close with the Latino community in Dane County, the Latino Consortium for Action, so that we are a group of Latino leaders trying to advocate for Latino issues, and we have a lot of Latinos in our community. We work with different, there's a group of executive leaders or executive director from different not-for-profit organizations. I have the not-for-profit experience because in the past I ran the Latino Chamber of Commerce, and we have the Latino Chamber of Commerce now in Fitchburg. So this is great because we are teaching our Latino businesses some entrepreneurship classes, technical assistance, and all of that. So I think for me it's very good to have those connections because those not-for-profit organizations, even though they are in Madison, but they also they act in Fitchburg. Most of the clientele or the people that they're serving, they are from Fitchburg. So I think it's because I know those leaders, and I know what they are doing, and I know how they are also working with our community in Fitchburg.
Final and toughest question. How much are you going to give No, in all seriousness, for people who aren't familiar with you, who haven't had a chance to work with you ever in the past, or again, you were in a specific district, now you're representing the whole city. What are you telling folks that are meeting you maybe for the first time as mayor, whether they voted for you or not? You're representing everybody here. So what do you want people to know about you as you move through the next couple of years?
Yeah, I want you to know that I have been a very proud Fitchburg resident for more than 18 years, that I moved to this community 18 years ago. I raised my kid here. My kid went to the community school in Leopold. I met a lot of friends, during my tenure here as a neighbor. Some of my closest family of friends are from Fitchburg. And this is a community that I love, that I want to move forward. I want Fitchburg to think that we are a great city. And I know for the people that they don't vote for me or they didn't support me, give me a chance, because at the end of the day, all of us will want the same thing, but it will be a different way of how to obtain those end results. But I think I am very proud of this community, the potential of this city has. But I want to build this community that it's a community where we welcome everyone and everyone feel comfortable, no matter what. If you are a homeowner, if you are a renter, you know, if you have means, or you know, I mean, we need to make people feel that they are in a city where they have a good quality of life, where they can raise their children here and they feel safe. That's
Absolutely. All right, any other final comments? I mean, you're going to see me once a month now, so
really?
we're going to... Oh, really? Oh, really? Yes, we will we'll get together and get an update from you monthly moving forward. But any final thoughts before we wrap up today?
No, I think that, you know, I think the city is celebrating 40 years this year, so we have a lot of activity to do. We have a lot of festivity, and I hope that the neighbors, you know, embrace all this activity during the summertime especially, and so that's it.
Yeah, a lot to come. All right. Well, appreciate taking the time.
Thank
Looking
you.
forward to meeting with you monthly and sharing information. But welcome aboard, and
Thank you.
Glad to have you here.
Thank you, Jeremy.